Welcome back, guys. Today I'm looking at the basics of combos and a technique you can use to consistently hit 5, 6, and 7 combos. Now, the technique I'm going to show you is not the perfect best way, end-all way to match, but it's great for developing your fundamentals, and if you've kind of just been matching randomly and haphazardly till now, this will help you ensure that you have a method and a plan to hit 5, 6, and 7 combos every board, every turn. Now, I went over a lot of these basics in my Bastet Harasuilo video, but I'm going to kind of restate some of them, and I'd like to just pull it out of the dungeon and take a look at it on its own. So, the first step to being able to combo is being able to match 3 orbs. Obviously, that sounds basic, but what you want to be able to do is know 3 orbs inside and out and be able to do anything with them. So let's take a look at these 3 orbs here. We're going to take a look at the most basic shape, this little L, and you've probably seen plenty of other videos on the internet, on YouTube even, that just go into different ways to manipulate this. I'm going to go ahead and just review some here. So coming in from every direction, if you come in through one of the ends of the L, you want to just trace it. Let me get this out of the way. You want to trace through the L like this. And if you come in from the other side, you just trace the L like this. Straight through. Straight through. Straight through. So then if you come in through the broad side of the L, instead of going straight through, which would flip it, you go in and turn. Turn towards the end of the L. Don't turn straight out. Turn towards the end. Same thing with the other broad side. Okay. And then one of the last ways to manipulate this is if you think of every set of 4 orbs like this as a box, if you just start inside the box somewhere or even bring an orb into the box, if you spin in any direction 3 spaces, you'll rotate the remaining orbs in that direction. So if I go counterclockwise 3, these 3 orbs will rotate clockwise like this. See? Now they're counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, other way, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So how does that apply to these 3? Well, let's say you want to come in through the broad side, but not right there. You want to come in right here. Then those 2 are above you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then I would have made a 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, undo. So in a situation like this, when you have 4 orbs like this, that's a perfect way to get them to match a prong. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And I'll go over that more in a future prong video. But so once you know the 3 ways to handle, all the ways to handle this L, then it's just a matter of being able to handle the L when it's separated like this, which is even easier. Most of you know, this is one of the first things most people learn in pad, is when you see 3 like that, you just pass through the center, and it makes it. If you see 3 like that, you just pass through the, whichever one's the odd one out, you pass through it. Now, if you're coming from the other side, again, you just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that. If you're coming from the bottom, you can also just, come up and do that. Same thing. No big deal. So this should be simple. So the other way to manipulate 3 orbs is to be able to move it. So for example, if I have these 3 orbs and I want to move it to the right, it's simple. I just go straight through it, go straight through it, right? I can move this 3 anywhere. And as long as you're tracing through the orbs, you can even make it move like a worm. Like for example, watch these 4 greens here. I can move them around anywhere. It's like playing Snake. Okay, so once you understand that, then stacking becomes easy, because when you combo, the best way to combo is to leave no dead space on the board. Usually when you first learn to play, what you do is you see anywhere there's an easy match to make, right? And you make it, and you make it, and you make it, and you make it, and now look, what can I do from here? The whole board's blocked off, there's matches everywhere, there's nowhere to go, And so the most I'm ever going to get is going to be a 3, 4, 5 combo. If I'm lucky, I'm going to get more. But I'm sabotaging myself by just leaving these matches all over the place. Whereas if you match and actually get your matches out of the way when you make them, you can at least fit a couple more. Right? And I was just working from the outside in there. But so what stacking is almost like a brute strict method to making sure you hit your combos. So what it is you're just going to start and you're going to separate the board into two halves, the right half and the left half. You're going to start at the bottom and build up. Match horizontal matches of 3 all the way up. And what makes this great is that I'll show you what it looks like too. What makes it great is the orbs that you want to match that are far apart, as you work your way to the top, they get closer to each other. So the matches start making themselves after a certain point. So let's try out the right side right here. So an ideal board for matching would be a half that actually has the 3s in it already. Here's 3 purples, here's 3 greens, here's 3 reds, here's 3 blues, and I have an extra blue and 2 extra yellows. So I'm gonna grab the yellow. And there's one more technique you want to know for stacking, and it's how to collapse a vertical match. So on the right side here, these 3 greens, if I wanted to lay those greens flat down, I would run up one side and run up the other. And that's if I wanted to collapse it straight down in the middle. If I wanted to collapse it to one side, for example, if I wanted to collapse those 3 darks flat down, it's just like tracing the worm again. You come up and you come up, and now they're flat down. So again, if it's in the middle like that, you come up the side and come up the side. Okay, that being said, now let's go ahead and take a look at this technique. And now my right side actually looks a lot more perfect for stacking, because as you can see, I've got an exact number here. I've got 3 purples, 3 greens, 3 lights, 3 blues, 3 reds. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'll start with red. Okay, so here I've got those 3 purples. I'm going to collapse them down. And now I'm going to go ahead and just start bringing the orbs closer to yourself. And see, there's an L now, and bring that blue down. Now there's an L, pass straight through, boom. Look how easy that was for a 5 match. So then, let's do that a couple more times actually. Let's just make sure that sinks in. Taking a look at, you want to make sure all the orbs you're going to use are going to be within your half, or at least just 1 away. 2 away you could pull off 2, but you're not trying to match the whole screen. You're trying to stick to your half right here with this technique. Let's try this side. Here we have 1, 2 reds plus 1 in reach, 1, 2 blues plus 1 in reach, 1, 2 purples plus 1 in reach, 3 greens, 4 yellows. I'm going to start with a yellow. So these 3 reds look about as far as anything could be, right? So I'm just going to come through like this, pull them together, and look, now that's a pattern we know. We're just going to undo it like that, and then come through, just bring the orbs into the half. If you bring them into the half, your half of the screen, and then bring them near each other, you'll see a pattern, and you can just take care of it. If you don't see a pattern, what you do is you just turn it into a pattern you know. So for example, let's say I had these reds sitting like this, and I didn't know what to do with it. One thing I could do is do that. And now it's a vertical, and I know I can just collapse this. Same thing here. This is actually a good point too. Okay, let's say I've got purple sitting like this, but I want to stack them down here. and they're up here. Now the really hard thing and slow thing to do would be make it a row, come under, and cycle it down like this. Although this is an option, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you have 3 and you need to move this up or down one, you're just doing the worm with it. Instead of spinning around a box, you're spinning around a 3x2 box, like this. Okay, but let's say these are up here, and you want to get them down here. There's plenty of ways to get them down here, but the easiest one I find is you come directly under it, and you open it up into a vertical, like that. So you're making a 3 match out of it, just like you would make out of an L, but you don't leave it there. Then you collapse it down like that. And with your leftovers, make sure you pull them up into the wall, because you're trying to eliminate dead space. Okay, so once you stack up one side, then you just jump over to the other side and start stacking the other side. And once you get comfortable with stacking up, then you can start stacking from the top to the bottom. It's the same exact thing. So like from here, I can go like this, like this. It's kind of harder when you have to trace, you just worm that in like that. Like this, like this, like this. And then so, best thing to do is to take yourself into endless and force yourself to try to stack each stream. See how many you can get. Maybe just make it a point to try to get 3 high first. Then to consistently get 4 high. Then to get 4 plus 1 on the other side. Getting that last one on the top is harder and depends on the orbs. So best thing you can do, just get 4 high, switch to the other side. Because here we're going for 5 to 7 consistent. And that is going to hit you 5 or 7 consistent. I will be going over how to hit bigger combos in another video, but this method will definitely net you those consistent combos. Let's try this. So here's reds, right? If I don't know what to do with this, one thing I could do is scoot this all the way down till it becomes an L, like this, and then undo it. Or I could come over here, make it vertical, bring it straight down. There's an L. In fact, let me go over that again. Okay. So let's say you have this shape above you. 1, 2, 3, right? And you're under it. You can just come up the middle and go up, left, right. Again. Up, left, right. Oops. Let's do it one more time. Up, left, right, and now you have vertical, and you can do anything you want with the vertical. If you want to move it so it's up here, you do this. If you want to put it in the middle, you do this. If you want to put it at the bottom, you do this. It just depends where you come into the vertical match of 3. And that's what makes the vertical match of 3 so good for stacking. Because once something is matched in the vertical, I can place this here, here, or here. If I need a row here, it's a row there. If I need a row here, it's a row here. If I need a row here, it's a row here. And then I can just move the vertical if I need it to be somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to call it there. I don't want to cram too much and make this video too long, but hopefully those techniques can get you a good start on stacking. Real quick, I'll show you one more fun trick you can do with stacking. This is a trick a lot of Anubis players use to get a big combo. What you do is after you finish stacking something, right? Then you just pass down the far side and up the inside, like that. And hopefully they don't match away like that. And then you do the same thing to the other side. So actually, let me go and put that there. You do the same thing to this side. So I'm gonna match, I'll grab this yellow, and then I'll match hearts, and then purples, and then reds, and then I go down the far side and up the inside. And then I just do exactly what I did before in reverse. And then you have a whole combo ready just to trigger like that. It's a fun thing you can do with stacking once you learn how to do it. You can use it like if you have an echidna You could pop an echidna, spend 2 turns stacking, and then 1 turn triggering the combo. You can do all kinds of things with this. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this video. I'm going to be continuing this and go into some more advanced techniques on where you can take stacking and how you can use it to further elevate your game. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.